Hi, I'm Paul Blake. I'm the Tai Chi instructor here at Yang's Andover. And I'm putting together a few videos to, one, help understand how to handle stress in this situation that we've had right with the pandemic. And the other is to kind of give a few videos on the foundations of what we do that help us understand why Tai Chi and Qigong are so beneficial for helping us deal with the stress in the stressful situation or reprogramming our stress response. And I'm going to ask you to come back in the other videos, come back to this first video because it's going to teach you the conditions that Tai Chi tries to help you maintain throughout all your practice. The first thing is understanding what stress is. Stress is anything that comes into our lives that challenges us, that we're not sure how to deal with, or our brain or subconscious triggers us into feeling like we're in danger. And a lot of times our perception, our personal perception of that situation, a situation that's changed or whatever, our perception determines how we respond to it. As an example, a roller coaster ride. Some people would be absolutely terrified, and others would look at it as an adventure and would be thrilled and excited. When you're terrified, your fight-or-flight response is triggered. Your blood pressure raises, your shoulders hunch up, you start sweating or getting cold, your field of vision narrows, boom, to try to be able to focus just on what it is that's causing this danger. But this is supposed to be a temporary situation. We're not supposed to be in this all the time. And what Tai Chi does is helps, it recognizes that those physical symptoms of a stress may also exacerbate or trigger the fight-or-flight response. So what we want to do is give you some ideas on how to take control of that fight-or-flight response. The first thing I'd like you to do is your day begins when you wake up. And so when you do wake up, I'd like you to just become aware of your surroundings, become aware of yourself. Just notice what's going on within your body. Sometimes you just move around, perfectly natural, move around, scrunch your hands, scrunch your toes or whatever. The other thing that I think is very, very important is we have millions of things we can be complaining about or worried about. What I would like you to do is, when you wake up in the morning, find something to be grateful for. Even if it all is just the fact that you have woken up and it's a new day. Okay? It changes your mindset. Okay? The next thing I'd like you to do is, when you do get up, you need to wake the body up properly. And so the first thing I'd like to do is just bounce. Okay? If you can bounce and not feel like you're actually tapping into the fascial system, this fascial net that creates a springiness throughout the body, and you're not banging into the joints. That's the first sign that you can actually begin to loosen up. You do this for about 5 minutes until you start warming up. And the second thing is just swing. Okay? There are a number of warm-ups or exercises that you can do that can bring your body back, or bring your awareness back into your body. If you're going to do any type of Qigong or Tai Chi, it's very important that you are able to feel the different parts of your body so that you can actually control what's going on. And the last thing, this third one, is just a stretch. And I'm just going to do one easy stretch that takes you into the stress situation and then releases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch up as much as I can. I'm going to raise my toes up as far as I can, and then lower my heels. And my arms are going to lower down, not by pulling my arms down, but by feeling gravity press down in my arms and allow my muscles to relax, and that lowers the arms. And it's that first sense that you get of how the body is releasing that is going to carry on into everything we do in Tai Chi. From there, everything we begin in Tai Chi starts from what we call the Wuji posture. And it teaches you how to stand. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand so that my feet flat on the ground, about shoulder width apart. Okay? My knees are going to be unlocked, again, so I can feel like I'm bouncing. My hips are going to be in a neutral position, and I'm going to feel like I'm sitting just a little bit on maybe a high bar stool. My shoulders are going to be dropped, my arms are going to be dropped. The crown of my head is going to be lifted up. There's a crown right here, not here, right here. It's going to be lifted up, and that's going to draw my gaze down to about 30 degrees, and I'll tuck my chin in a little bit, and that'll ease any stress that's within the neck or the back of the neck. Ideally, what we're trying to put ourselves into is a neutral position or an anti-stress position. Okay? The other thing going on is the chest right here. You want to try to allow the solar plexus to drop just a little bit. Not so much in, just drop. And when that happens, the chest will hollow a little bit, but the upper back will rise. Okay? And I'm just standing right here with my thumbs touching my thigh. And what I'd like you to do right now is just become aware of what your body feels like. What does it feel like to stand here? What does it feel like to breathe? Most people make a mistake when they go into Tai Chi or into their practice, and they just jump right into the movements. You need to become aware. Next thing you need to do is learn how to breathe. Right, so I'm placing my hands on my lower abdomen, and I want to breathe from my belly. A lot of people, when they breathe from their upper chest, and you can see my shoulders rise. And unfortunately, our subconscious responds to that shoulder rising as a stress environment and starts to create more stress hormones. What we want to breathe is like a little baby. If you've ever seen an infant lying on a bed, and their belly is just moving independently. We're breathing from our belly, from our diaphragm, and that's pulling the air down in. It's also stimulating the vagus nerve, one of the largest nerves of our body, and that is also triggering the parasympathetic nervous system, which creates the relaxation response in our body, putting the brakes on that fear or fight and flight response. If you are in a stressful situation to begin with, I'm going to give you something that can add a little tool that you can use. It's called square breathing. And what you basically do is you inhale to the count of 4, you hold the breath to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4, hold the breath to the count of 4, and return, continue. You're taking control and resetting that stress response. So let's try this. I'm going to inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, Inhale again, and then just return to natural. Even doing that just once, you may start to feel that there's a change in your body. Okay, so we're going to do this one more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. And then just inhale and exhale. Normally in our Tai Chi and Qigong practice, we don't hold the breath, but in an urgent situation, it's a very useful tool. Okay? So as you're breathing, you begin to notice that your mind starts to quiet down and your body starts to calm. A lot of times we're in a stressful situation, our emotions rise. And for the most part, any decisions we make while we're emotional end up poorly. So as we're breathing from our belly, our mind starts to clear and we become calm. And as we become calm, our muscles begin to relax. And as they begin to relax, they settle further and further down until they hit the floor, where nothing moves after that. And that's what we call grounding. These conditions we try to maintain while we're doing Tai Chi and Qigong. These conditions allow you to create space within your body for the cells to expand, for the organs to work properly, for the body to regulate itself and rebalance itself, and to have a different approach to the day. So all the other videos are going to add on to this, and I ask you to come back to this one video because it'll be very beneficial. Thank you.